What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of R&R. As always, I'm Logan.
I'm Ethan, and today we're talking about something that's it's in the wheelhouse that we normally deal with, but it's something that a lot of people that are in our industry don't really talk about, and a lot of you guys might not be thinking about that it is an important thing to bring up. So a couple months back, we were reached out to by POM. Not sure who it was in POM.
Will.
But you know, he reached out to us and said, hey, would you guys be interested in us sending you guys out some products and you guys can kind of showcase them? I'm not gonna lie, I responded back, well, do you want us to test them as far as spraying one of each other? And he said, no, that's not necessary, just talk about the products, blah blah blah. So this is us. We're going to talk about it.
For what it's worth, if it wasn't 95 degrees and we were sweating like crazy,
and I'd worry about that sweating dripping off, going down my front into
areas
I don't want pepper spray on,
it probably would be a thing.
And it might be, who knows, maybe in the future.
We've been maced before, or we've been sprayed before.
I've been sprayed.
So,
but I mean, maybe if you know, one of these companies wants to send us out a cool gas mask like MSA or something, maybe we can test against the pepper spray. We'll see. Maybe we'll reach out to them. We don't know. Maybe you guys can reach out to us. But anyways, we're going to kind of go over just a few different things, kind of talk about the little product line they sent us out and the little gift box they sent us, talk about the use cases for kind of each one of them, and kind of talk about the reason why you should really consider carrying pepper spray, having pepper spray on you in different situations, and the situations where pepper spray makes sense.
Yep.
Less than lethal option. So that's kind of let's just go into the products. Let's talk about the products.
Okay.
So they sent us out this. This is their kind of like bear mace style home defense is what it's called. Their home defense pepper spray. Now a lot of you might say, why do I not just go get bear mace or a can of wasp spray? You know, you see all that stuff. Because if you use bear mace or wasp spray, something that's not made to be used on human beings, you can get into a lot of legal trouble. Like a lot of legal trouble. So if somebody breaks in your house, you use one of those two items instead of something that's specifically made for humans, they can come at you pretty hard with a civil suit. So it makes sense to buy something that's made for human use. You know what I mean? So that's their home defense option.
Yep. Just kind of talking about the home defense option, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's a 20-foot stream, and it's like a jet stream. And then I believe it's like 2 minutes of continuous spray or something like that.
Which is wild.
It's something pretty up there. Which, if I'm getting hit in the face for 2 minutes straight, shoot me at that point.
Dude.
Like,
so I mean, if we're gonna, you might suffocate at that point in time. You just continue to spray. So should we talk about use cases as we move?
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll start with the biggest one, and that's this one. You know, if you live in a state where home defense really isn't an option for you, or you know, if you live in a real liberal state, that would be a good home defense option.
Yeah.
First go to. You know, if you live in New York, California, Chicago, something like that, to where if you use your gun, your life's over anyways, because you're gonna be spending all of your money. You're gonna lose everything on legal fees to try to defend yourself while somebody broke into your house and you shot and killed them.
Yeah.
If you use something like this, I mean, unless the criminal wants to go to the cops, you don't have to tell the cops about it.
Yeah.
You know
why
what I mean?
are your eyes so puffy?
You know, like,
You sprayed me.
so for us in our state, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not using home defense pepper spray. Where that product shines for me is during COVID, I actually had that exact bottle of pepper spray sitting in the cup holder in my truck. Why? Because we work in a downtown part of downtown area in our area. I'm not going to go into details.
Where it's not terrible, but it's not the greatest. Like,
But still, if there was some riots going on or something,
Yep.
that was right when I bought my brand new truck. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm not saying I'll shoot some people, but I might roll down the windows and throw out a couple of these flashbangs and freaking just hosting people down with some pepper spray.
I'm gonna let it air out with some spray.
And so in turn, me saying that product sat in my truck in Ohio, where, you know, it's 100 degrees outside, got up to 150, 160 degrees. I'd never ruptured, it never leaked anything. So, you know, good on them. And before we get into actually the other products, let me go ahead and say this. There's two main pepper spray manufacturers in the United States. There's another one, which we're not going to mention, and then there's POM. They're both up there. They're any of your police, anybody you see use them, it's either POM or that other company.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a super reputable company. This isn't like some Amazon brand. Like, hey, you guys want to check out some pepper spray? No, this is tried, true, tested product that is phenomenal.
We have people that have it on their duty belts.
Yep. Yep.
So, you know, that just goes to show you right there, like, it is a reputable company, not just because us, you know, them reaching out and sending us out. Like, we have people that have
already bought.
Yeah. We have people that have used it. He's used it, you know, whatever else. So,
yep.
But yeah, as you guys can tell, you know, we do have a plethora of different options. There are more options on their website. Obviously,
some really cool stuff.
Yeah, some really, like, especially, we'll get into it. Like I said, this won't be a super long video, but we want to go into in depth of like each one, scenarios, case of use, whatever else.
Talk about escalation of force a little bit,
exactly.
where this would fall into place in like a concealed carry situation or anything like that.
Obviously, no one wants to have to use their defense firearm.
Deadly force should be a last option.
It is your literal last option. If you can de-escalate with words, just walking away, whatever else, or if it comes down to where it's like,
even if you have to go to fisticuffs,
yeah,
you know what I
like
mean?
if I'm gonna do something to where I try to de-escalate it, and talking or even physical altercation is even out of the way, and something comes to me where they want to physically harm me, and you have something like this to where you can just, I mean, you get hit in the face with this. Like I said, I don't know if there's people out there that have ever been pepper sprayed, pepper gel, whatever it may be. It sucks.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
No, there's a reason why cops use it.
Yeah, it's not fun by no means.
It is the most reliable, less than lethal option.
I've also been tased before. I know you have
It's
too.
more reliable than a taser.
I would rather get tased before I get hit with
100%.
You know what I mean?
You're incapacitated for a hot minute with pepper spray. Like,
and when you say hot minute,
like
it's hot.
Hours.
Like it's yeah.
Need some milk.
He needs some milk.
So that's kind of the use cases on the home defense pepper spray. If you live in a real liberal state where guns are not really a good option, or I mean, if you live in another country, find out what your local laws are in that country. That's a great option, and POM is up there. They're the best. And having something like that you can really hold on to and just spray, have a super long stream. And this is in a gel form, so it's not going to be aerosol mist. So it's not going to. You have a less chance of blowback.
Yeah.
You're getting it on yourself.
It's very or not. When I say concentrated, I mean it's very concentrated to one area.
It's a concentrated stream.
Yes,
It's very very condensed, very together. So that's kind of the use case for that. Then you get up to something like this. This is their POM MK-3. This is OC spray along with pepper spray. This is what you see on cops' duty belts. That's the exact thing you see. It's I think it's a 3-ounce bottle. I'll have to look at it. 1.8 ounce bottle. So about a 2-ounce bottle. And it shoots a super small stream. It's OC spray as well, so like it really is concentrated, and it works. It works really, really well. That's what I got sprayed with was OC pepper gel. But anyways, and we're saying that it wasn't cops that got sprayed with. It was for different certifications.
Well,
military.
Mine was just because I was dumb. I just wanted to find out. Same with the taser. Yours was a reason.
Yeah, I was getting, so you want to carry this? You got to get hit with it first.
Yeah, so there's a reason behind yours. I was just being stupid.
So this is this use case for this. This is if you're a cop. If you're a prepared citizen, whatever it may be, this is a great option. It's got a clip on it right here that you can clip onto a duty belt, your regular belt, whatever it may be. This will fit in a holster. They make different, mag pouch or pepper spray pouches and stuff for different belts. But yeah, this is a professional, great product. It's it would work if you're on a church security team, if you're on a
if you're a security guard or whatever. I mean, just
whatever.
Things of that nature.
Yeah.
Even if you're, which all of these can be used for that, but just more of these smaller ones too, especially with as we were kind of talking before we started, like female applications.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, and like I said too, if you guys go to their website and you look, they do have a bunch more other stuff. Like they have this glove to where it's, I don't want to say it's dedicated to women or female or whatever else, but
for runners.
For runners. Like it's literally a glove that you slip on to where it has I believe it's the more self-defense, like the compact one, to where it's like, it's literally sewn into the glove.
Yeah.
To where
all you gotta do is just,
to where it's on you at the whole time. And it's not on your belt or something, say something happens where you get grabbed or, that whole scenario to where you got to now fight for it, whatever else.
Find out where it is.
It's there on you, literally on you, and it's not going nowhere. So that is too, like you said, you literally just close your hand, start doing your thing. So like I said, they do have a bunch of other options and stuff too, but for what they sent us, like all of these, like I said, just kind of going back to like the whole use-ish where he's kind of talked about. But me personally, my first thought comes to mind is like, I have a little bit of an older daughter. I mean, obviously she's not, to that age where she's
still
driving or by herself.
She can't carry a gun.
Exactly.
She's walking around her neighborhood, walking the dog or something. You have pepper spray on you.
Yep. Or like, I got some older nieces that are, in that 18 to 21 realm to where,
that age group.
It's on their keychain, or it's on them at all times, whatever it may be. Something to where it's like, they're not quite there at that legal age to where they can't have a handgun, or they just don't feel comfortable enough because they haven't practiced, they haven't shot, whatever it may be.
And also if you're going to college or going to school,
yeah,
this is not legal advice.
Yeah.
But I mean, that'd be something, especially if you're in college or that age. Have that in your pocket, have that on your keychain.
Yep.
If
I'd
there
rather
ever
get
is
in
a
trouble having
situation
this than
a
having
gun or a knife.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
But if there's an active shooter situation or whatever it may be, yeah, this is not your best option, but it's better than harsh words and fists.
But it's a huge deterrent.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much right now.
If you stand there and you're waiting and you freaking hit somebody in the face when they first come in, it's going to help out the situation quite a bit.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, we don't want to get off in the weeds too much on this, because we'll get into some use cases of all of them and kind of talk about the escalation of force kind of aspect here in a minute. But yeah, so this one kind of falls into a professional
duty grade,
duty kind of setup. You know, like I said, if you're a cop, security guard, security team, loss prevention at Best Buy, whatever it may be, this is going to give you some extra.
It's going to give you an extra fight in the fight.
Yeah, it's going to give you some extra, an
advantage,
extra force multiplier kind of thing,
Yep.
without the potential of getting into like huge legal ramifications. But still, everything we're saying is not illegal advice. Check your local laws, talk to a lawyer, whatever it may be.
We don't know nothing.
We're both stupid. Anyways, so this is their MK3 spray, which is, those are the use cases for it. In the front right here, that is their blue water cartridge they sent us. It's a test cartridge, so it sends the exact spray and stream and distance as these two options. 9 seconds of burst with 10 to 20 feet spray on this one. So that's kind of cool. Then these two options, which are more their like personal defense.
Yeah, personal defense,
everyday
civilian
carry
use type. Yeah.
Call it ATM spray. You go up to the ATM, you want to pull it out and hold it in your hand while you freaking do your transaction. Somebody comes up behind you, freaking give it to them. But these two here, they are it's a 12-second spray
24
with
plus
24
burst.
plus bursts.
Yeah.
And it sprays up to 12 feet. So that's awesome. That's actually better than I expected, to be honest. So you don't have to wait for somebody to get right on top of you.
Yeah.
But these two options are pretty cool. This one comes with a belt clip on it, so you can clip that on to, strap on a backpack, your pocket, your belt, whatever it may be. You can kind of keep it in your pocket without,
kind of like a knife, like a knife clip.
So, but if you're walking around, you can kind of, I don't know if you guys see this or not, but you can kind of hold on to it if you're in a situation where you think you might have to use it and freaking pull it out and have it right
ready
there.
To deploy. Yep.
And then you can kind of orientate it to where the clip would be like perfect for like your hand. So when you pull it out, it's right there ready to go.
Yep.
Push up on this and then press down. So that stuff's really cool. And then you've got this one. You've got this one here. This is more for like a keychain. Once again, you can put this on a bag, whatever it may be.
And kind of like he said earlier with the blue cartridge down there, it is, like I said, it does come. It's filled with water. It's like a practice, whatever else.
Dummy cartridge,
and that way, obviously you don't want to. I'm gonna test this out, with using the actual product itself. But
if you want to, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's not on us.
Yeah, but you having something like that to where you can just see the stream, see what it does,
have an idea of where the aim is.
Exactly.
Just kind of give you an idea.
Yep.
So use cases for these, like I said, college student, if you trust them, local laws apply, don't know. Even if you want to just do it under the table, high school student, that's up to you. I'm not saying in school, but like, if they're walking around, walking a dog, going to a party, whatever it may be, that's a good option. Wives, that's a great option because women are more compassionate than men. They've got a lot more empathy than we do. If they had to take somebody's life, that's going to weigh on them a lot.
Yeah.
Having something like this where you can just spray them and get out of the situation is definitely a good idea to have.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the use cases for all 3-4 of these products. So let's go ahead and get into escalation force. When would you use these? Escalation of force is always going to be in the back of your head, something you always need to keep in mind. It's something we kind of use in the Army. You know what I mean? If somebody's coming at you with their fists, like, you can either use your fists or you can use a taser, something up close, whatever it may be, a baton. If somebody's coming at you with a knife, do you want to go straight to the gun? Yeah, you can legally.
Yeah.
But if you have something like pepper spray or a deployable taser, that would be a good next step to do before you actually have to do lethal force. And this is all like within rule of law, depending on local laws. Like I've said multiple times, look at your local laws. But this is something where if somebody's coming at you and it's you and me, both, generally same size, same age males, if you were coming at me, yelling at me and stuff, and I drew my gun and shot you, I'm gonna have a pretty hard time defending myself in the court.
Yep.
It's gonna be, hey, he didn't have a weapon on him. He was just, whatever. A jury could easily say, like, why didn't you just defend yourself with your fists?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or why don't you run away or
get out of the situation.
There's a lot of different scenarios for that.
Where if you have pepper spray on you, you're coming at me. Hey, dude, stay back. Hit you with some pepper spray. the fight's over. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Or if it's not over, I'm going to drop that and then I'll draw my gun if I have to. So that's kind of the escalation of force that is. Even if somebody has a knife, if you have the option of doing that first and hitting them, that's up to you.
Chances are you're gonna de-escalate that situation very quickly.
Yeah, but I mean, that's up to you. I've got my opinions on that, but that's kind of the escalation of force aspect of this.
I want to touch on something real quick before we wrap up. Like it's also something to have that's not a terrible idea to have, like in a go bag.
Yep.
In a high threat bag or a high threat bag or whatever else, like what is it, John Shrek or Shirk or whatever his name is. Like he has that little short out there. Where it's like, I have 2 smoke grenades that if I'm ever caught in a riot or whatever else, I pop some smokes.
I'm willing to say this is a better option.
Well, I'm saying you pop some smokes, and then next thing you know, you just start hitting it with the spray. They're not going to know where it's coming from. Whatever.
Use red smoke, orange smoke.
Yep,
something
exactly.
that's.
Well, obviously that's all case scenario, whatever else. But just the thought of having this like in your go bag, in your high threat bag, or even just a secondary option to have regardless.
In your center console, it doesn't take up much space.
No.
Clip it on your visor.
Yep.
Something.
Yep. So I mean, like I said, I know this is a kind of a little bit of a different video, but once again, shout out to POM for reaching out to us. Will with the content team, the marketing team, getting a hold of us to see if we would be interested in something like this. Obviously, the more information that we have for you guys that we can send out to you and get you guys more informed on stuff like that, different options, different scenarios, different ways of use, different ways of use, especially for tools and instruments, like this itself. Obviously we're the gun channel, self-defense, whatever else,
Tactical-minded.
but having something like this,
prepared citizen,
is 100% in that realm 100%. Of being a prepared citizen.
And just to give you guys an idea, we are not sponsored by POM. We do not have a discount code for you.
Nope.
They reached out to us. They sent us this little care package. They said they were going to send out a product. I thought it was going to be one of these.
Yeah.
To be honest,
no, they went above and beyond.
They sent out this really cool package with a really nice letter to talk to us about it and stuff. So big shout out to them.
But yeah, so like I said, if you guys are interested in this, obviously go over to their website, look at their stuff that they have. I don't know if they have like a comment section to where when you're ordering your form or stuff, if you guys do buy something, be like, hey, we've seen this on
leave a note,
or whatever
Reloads
else.
and Reps sent us over, said gave us a little heads up on your guys' products.
Yep. So I mean that would be really cool if you guys are interested in buying something like this. Speaking of that, we always do our little plugs at the end or whatever else. So if you guys are interested in some caffeine, go ahead and swing over to Bulkhead. Use code R10 for 10% at your checkout. Swing over to Challenge Targets, Modern Spartan Systems, whatever it may be. Everything that we are affiliated with is down in the description. Down in the description, every single video. You guys know where to find it. But with that being said, you guys have been killing it lately. Please keep up with that with the likes, comments, subscribe so you guys know when we're dropping videos and stuff.
And if you really want to help us out with this video specifically, head on over to POM's Facebook page, Instagram page, whatever. Go ahead and like their page, follow their page, leave a little comment. Hey, saw you in Reloads and Reps, whatever.
Yeah.
Let them know that we sent you over there. Even if you don't spend some money on the product, just let them know that, that you're seeing it from us.
Yeah, it got out there for you. But yeah, so with that being said, we hope you guys did enjoy this video. Obviously a little bit different than what we're used to, but like you said, still in the prepared citizen tactical mindset. Make sure you do hit that like, comment, subscribe button so every time we drop a short or a video and anything in between. And as always,
we'll see you guys next time through Daily Dose of R&R.
We'll see you guys.